Hey, what's up? Let's do some Week 13 review. We're going to look at the 555 on DraftKings, the Millie Maker, where most of the pros, the high rollers, are seeded, and they were playing this past week. And we're going to look at stack structure. We're going to look at lineups, exposures from these people, and different types of stacks. Were they rolling out 3-mans, 4-mans, 5-mans, unstacked, 2-mans, run backs? How many? Let's dive in today. We are also going to take a peek at, of course, my friends, the Week 13 Rise or Fall review, because my goodness, absolutely smashed. Took down 2nd, 6th, and 7th in the red zone over there on Superdraft for a smooth $15K in the $25 140 max. I had 68 entries into this sucker. Not too shabby. This one went real nice. We have talked ad nauseum about how to approach Superdraft. I also have a how to build on Superdraft video right here on YouTube. By the way, hit that sub button, hit that like button. 2 free things you can do to support free content. I do 11:30 a.m. stream every single day. 11:30 a.m. stream right here on YouTube and on twitch.tv/teamriseorfall. Also, I pump out about 5 to 7 free videos at minimum, sometimes up to 10 to 12. And of course, down below, our best bets link for Patreon and teamriseorfall.com link. Also, in the $10, I ended up taking first place. I had 78 entries in this one. Took 1st and 7th, two lineups in the top 10. And I will go over these today at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on the YouTube and Twitch stream. And I also took first place in the $3 over there with the same 78 entries I ran in both those two. Over there on FanDuel, we ended up with a 150 max. I simply just played out the quarter as I had run out, I believe, 100 lineups of just Aaron Rodgers and 50 lineups with Kirk Cousins, and I mixed and matched different 3, 4, and 5-man stacks. I will review those on stream as well. Entered it both into the quarter and the nickel. For the props report, let's see how we did. We did not hit on the Bears parlay. We did hit on this beautiful 6-way parlay. Cousins over 21.5 passing attempts. Cousins over 30 passing attempts. Over 2.5 touchdowns. Over 262.5 passing yards. Over a half touchdown for both Thielen and Jefferson, and this was a beaut. Multiple members ran out this along with this, the Devontae Adams touchdown and over 6.5 receptions. And they hit on an 8-way parlay. Pretty nice. I saw a couple people roll out Jonathan Taylor over 49.5 and Deshaun Watson. I think that one went 10 for 10. Somebody had a 9 for 10. Just missed. I believe they went with the Nyheim Hines over 3.5 receptions and missed on a 10-way parlay. Would have paid out $1,500. They posted these in the betting Discord. We have a betting Discord. And props report, pretty simple. I mean, I think this one hit last night as well. Did not end up seeing the final stats right here for Tyler Lockett. Over 4.5 receptions, touchdown. I don't know if he scored. He might not have hit this one, but if you played these as individuals, I think that went through. And then on the My Action, where I track everything, went 26 and 23 yesterday, plus 36 units, 53% win rate, 6% ROI on the season through 2 weeks. We're at plus 204 units, 63.95% win rate, and a 21.3% ROI. We're doing all right. Now let's take a peek at the lineups. Oh, by the way, so that's patreon.com/riseorfall. Both links down below in the description section. And if you want to join up, get our Super Draft projections and all our content, also down below in the description section. All right, looking at the pros yesterday, and basically a pro or anybody who wants to invest into like a high entry contest. And we do this lineup study at 11:30 a.m. Eastern every Monday on Twitch and YouTube. So we'll be doing this ad nauseum today. I just want to do a general brief overview, and then we'll dive into individual pros. We'll go look at all the pros that you know, their big names, and we're going to see, well, how did Papa Gates do, and what did he do in it with 150 entries in? Quick math, your boy's going to try this here. 150 entries into this. Oh my gosh, we're talking like $80,000 in play, and it did not go well. Minus 48K. We'll dive into what he did under Jones and some other professionals here, and we'll see how they did. We'll see what they did, what their strategies were, and what type of stacks they were running. So the pros, looks like 17.8% had quarterback wide receiver as their base stack. that is shocking to me. We often see these pros and these higher entry tournaments going a little bit more correlation. Often this is the number one stack we see. This was 0.8% less at 17% quarterback wide receiver with a run back option. Four-mans have been climbing. Four-mans have won the Millie Maker, had won the Millie Maker, I believe, 8 out of the first 11 weeks, or 9 out of the first 12 weeks. Excuse me, as we're in week 13. And we'll take a peek and see if it won this one too. So quarterback, 2 wide receivers, and opposing. So some formation of a four-man ended up being a 21.2% stack. All right, so here are the different four-mans, right? Here's some more four-mans down here, I suppose. So the number might be a little bit higher, actually. So smart people in here. And the winning lineup ended up being, we have a Derek Carr, Darren Waller, no run back option. So we had a quarterback tight end stack right here, an 86.2% lineup ownership, a projected ownership of 94.7%. He left $300 on the table, a beautiful 239 score, absolutely smashed. Only the tight end flex, a double tight end, a rarity we see here, did not do well, but who the heck cares? This man won himself a milli on 25 entries into this. That is wild. That's about $13K invested, and he won that. Oh my gosh. How nice. How nice. Aaron Jones in the blow-up spot that no one was on. Beautiful. Well, I guess 10%. Your man Donuts was not on him. But James Robinson, nice day as usual. Just PPR all around. Always provides value. Won't stop, can't stop. A.J. Brown was labored throughout this game, and Corey Davis became the comeback mode garbage time guy who went 11 for $182 and a touchdown. He has been the prototypical number 2 wide receiver this year, and we continue to see him do well in games with A.J. Brown. Non-A.J. Brown games, Corey Davis is not a number 1. Looks just like he has for the entirety of his career as a first-round pick. He looks non-existent as an impactful wide receiver if there's not someone on the other side of the field taking attention away. So he came back and looks like a stud wide receiver too this year, a la Kelvin Ridley. Jarvis Landry continues to get peppered. Beautiful first half. Again, really shut it down in the second half. They weren't throwing the ball too much. And we saw Allen Robinson started off hot, and then he did not get a target in the second half for the first 25 minutes of the second half. What a stupid way to play. So anyways, good God, that's brutal. I mean, he could have had a bigger day. Darren Waller with 13 for 200, I believe. 2 scores yesterday, ends up in the Millie Maker, of course. Patriots 3 defensive touchdowns. Is that it? 2 defensive touchdowns and a 45-0 rout over the hapless Chargers, who look like they gave up. When we look at the player usage real quick, looks like the highest owned player on the slate for the pros here, 34.2% on Delvin Cook. David Montgomery, 33.6%, does not shock me. Devontae Booker, I'm glad that he was not up here. I thought he'd be a lot higher. I bet if we went and looked at the $20 Millie Maker, which we will do at the 11:30 a.m. stream, the Devontae Booker shares likely would have been a lot higher in those. Quarterback stacks, Aaron Rodgers, play the best players. Play the best players. Don't worry about matchups. Kirk Cousins slid in there as third. These were the only 2 quarterbacks that I was pushing to my members on teamriseorfall.com, and it worked out. Aaron Rodgers had himself a day, 23.50, and the reason why you liked Aaron Rodgers, and we said specific stacks, Devontae Adams and Robert Tonyan, and my goodness, both of them scored touchdowns yesterday. Kirk Cousins, listen, we pushed it on the patreon.com/riseorfall props here. We had the over touchdown on both Thielen and Jefferson. We had all sorts of analysis in 3 of 5 games where he's completed 22 or more attempts. Both Jefferson and Thielen scored. This was 22 or more completions, that should read. He's thrown 30 or more in 5 of 7 games since week 4. And listen, in those games, we had dual touchdowns from both Jefferson and Thielen. We're talking about a 60% hit rate. And what happened yesterday, my friends? Both Cousins and Jefferson had themselves games. Thielen, touchdown, 8 for 75. And Jefferson, 9 for $121 and another touchdown. Narrowly missed another one later in the game as well. Man, you just dig into these numbers a little bit each and every week, find trends, and you guys can uncover some nuggets to use for your lineups. So give them a look down below in the description section, both Patreon and teamriseorfall.com. And I hope to see you at the 11:30 stream. Come back. We have all sorts of content and all sorts of goodies daily across the board for multiple sites, multiple sports. And I hope to see you on the inside, my friends. At least I hope to see you in Discord. Take care. Together we rise, baby.